Hey there, Williamson County. I'm Paige Morris from eXp Realty here with your March 2026 market trend update for single family residences. So we're going to talk real estate and we're going to focus on houses in town for this one. If you're a move-up buyer or even a first-time home buyer, then this is going to be the piece of information that you need to make informed decisions. Let's dive into the current market trends because that helps you make informed decisions in the long run. So first, let's talk about inventory levels, okay? Currently, we have about 4.04 to be exact months of supply of inventory, okay? So that means if we didn't get any more houses on the market, it would be at least a 4-month supply before we run out, okay, is the translation for that. This is a 3% increase from last month and a 3% increase from last year. Okay, what does this mean for you exactly? Well, the modest increase in inventory suggests a slightly more balanced market, which is appreciated, giving you more options to consider for your next home, all right? So in March, we saw about 1,500 plus new listings with a median or average price of $449,000, all right? And that's just taking a look at Eastern Williamson County, okay? Houses. Hang tight if you're one of my farm and ranch people, okay? Now, this pricing momentum indicates a healthy demand in the market. With sellers, they're getting more confident in their listings. Their homes are being able to be priced at more competitive amounts. And as a move-up buyer, this means that you'll find properties that match your needs and aspirations. Now, if you're a first-time home buyer, then this is a great opportunity for you to pick up some properties that might be a little bit below the average price because there are several of those on the market that are actually moving fairly quickly. So it's kind of nice. So currently, there's about 3,500, almost 3,600 active listings with a median or average price of about $449. The consistency in list prices from new to active listings shows stability. That's suggesting a steady market with opportunities to find the perfect upgrade or some opportunities for you to find something that's going to check all your boxes for your first house. So with about 1,100 new pending listings, that means they were active, but now they're pending. So they've transitioned, they've had some activity on them. There's about 1,100 or 1,127 to be exact, with a median or average price of $427. And homes are spending on average about 46 days on the market. So what we're seeing is that it's pretty clear. Well-priced homes, they're moving quickly. So if you're one of my potential sellers, that's something to think about. Now for you, this means it's important that you act decisively when you find a home that fits your criteria. So let me tell you a quick little story. So I recently had a buyer who was pre-qualified, had all of his ducks in a row, ready to put an offer in on something as soon as he found one that fit his needs, okay? We looked at several properties, loved a few, but we decided to keep looking just in case there was something else. Well, unfortunately, the two that we really liked ended up getting picked up. They ended up getting picked up in about a 2-week time frame. So I will say it's not a market where you have to move right away, but it's definitely a market that if something is competitively priced, there's a good chance that it could have an offer on it at least within the first 2 weeks. So does that mean you have to put in an offer like it's going to get sold tomorrow? No, but it is something to be mindful of within that price point. So anything that's below that $500,000, it's something to consider. So the average home sold price sits at $414,000, which reflects a 4% increase from last month. So that means that what prices are closing for is increasing compared to the month of April. So homes are selling at about 97% of their list price. So we're still seeing homes are selling a little bit below the original list price. This is not changed from last month. This also indicates that buyers are willing to pay close to the asking price in order to get their desired property. With the average days on market being 69, which is a decrease of about 8% from last month, this is where competitive offers are crucial. So if you're a buyer and you're looking at a property that is competitively priced, we are not able to ask for quite as much, because we are starting to see, because the market's picking up in pace, we're starting to see that we are getting a few more multi-offer situations. So again, is it dire straits? Are we getting 10 offers in a day? No. However, it is an indication that the market's picking up, which is normal for this time of year. So what does that mean for you as a move-up buyer or a first-time home buyer in Williamson County? The market's stable, yet competitive, with pricing momentum and inventory levels working in your favor. When you spot your dream home, I suggest that you act swiftly and strategically, okay? Be ready to make a decision. Don't just serve as a tire kicker, okay? It's gonna help you in the long run. For more personalized insights or assistance in your home buying journey, feel free to reach out to me, Paige Morris, Realtor at eXp. You can contact me at 512-269-7907, or you can send me an email at info@PaigeMorrisRealtor.com. Let's make your first time home buyer or move up dreams a reality.